Hello, this is the capstone video presentation by Ken Haughey for ITEC 7500. I am an instructional technology EDS candidate at Kennesaw State University. The title of my capstone is Mastering Mastery Paths. I am currently a teacher at Etowah High School, which is part of Cherokee County Schools in Woodstock, Georgia. An expectation in Cherokee County and at Etowah High School is that we become proficient at a more advanced feature of Canvas. After just establishing the use of Canvas in the previous year, we're moving on to more advanced features such as Mastery Paths. This, of course, presents a problem for some, as many have not implemented Mastery Paths and even do not know what that means. We are expected to incorporate the use of Mastery Paths into our practice to enable all students, regardless of environment or background, to succeed. Teachers at Etowah and throughout Cherokee County need an avenue to learn how to develop and implement Mastery Paths. Teachers at Etowah High School and throughout the county need instruction in how to perform development and implementation of Mastery Paths. They need examples and they need practice in order to make it an integral part of their practice. Another need is to increase the rigor in our curriculum. Mastery Paths allow us to do just that by individualizing assignments, making them meaningful for particular students at a particular level. We've done this in the past with varying success, but Mastery Paths allow us a new avenue which will hopefully be more fruitful and fulfill that need. This capstone project fits directly within the technology vision of Cherokee County, which can be found at the following website. Mastery Paths support the vision of Cherokee County Schools by engaging students in technological learning, ensuring their technological resources and supports for teachers, providing technology resources and supports for leaders, and ensuring the continued use of technology for efficient and effective and timely student assessments. Mastery Paths does that exceptionally well. Inspiration for this project stems from feeling a need to differentiate my practice for all those students in my charge. And I have from the lowest learner all the way up to the most gifted learners in biology. Inspiration then was to help other teachers learn how to use Mastery Paths. First to get there myself, and then help others make the journey, as I can be their wingman in that regard. Mastery Paths are an advanced feature in Canvas that can be used for both formative assessments and differentiated assignments. The Canvas Mastery Paths feature allows you or a course designer to customize learning experiences to students based on student performance. With Mastery Paths, you identify activities for each student's learning path and differentiate assignments for required learning, optional learning, or choosing their own content and assignments within a specific path, which helps them achieve course mastery. Mastery Paths is based on differentiated assignments, which allows assignments to be assigned to different users and sections. With Mastery Paths, assignments are differentiated to individual students automatically, and no additional work is required aside from grading student assignments as usual. After the initial assignment has been graded, either manually or automatically, the student's score designates which conditional items will be assigned as a learning path. This screen gives you an idea of what the mastery paths look like within Canvas. You simply set up some sort of assignment, assign it a weight, in this case 40 points. You design different activities and you assign them a level. And depending on the level, you want to articulate different assignments based on their understanding or lack thereof. The top might be people who are completely passing that need some higher level activities, a slight remediation, and need of more intensive radiation at the lower level. This is an example of one of my mastery paths and how students scored on the first assessment. I had 34 out of 66 score at the top level, 16 out of 66 at the medium level, and 6 out of 66 at the lower level. So it gives you an idea of the breakdown. These obviously demand different paths. Most of them already have an understanding and don't need to do a lot of remediation. A few need some, and 6 students, of course, really don't understand the concept and are in need of remediation, and the computer will go ahead and assign them activities according to their level of understanding. Here is an example of a little blurb I put on the pre-assessment that told them what they're taking, what the levels are, and then what will be coming down the pike dependent on their score. Students, after completing their mastery path, could revisit these initial assessments and then regain those points as necessary to demonstrate mastery, and of course to be awarded all the points in that category. Mastery paths, of course, aren't the panacea of teaching. A lot of work and effort has to go into developing the assessments themselves, differentiating the levels, and then certainly orchestrating a clean set of assignments that will actually bring them to an understanding of those concepts. So it takes a tremendous amount of time to develop those, especially if you're trying to make those more interactive online. So each of them then gets their own path based on where they start, and they start at different levels, may take on completely different assignments, but they all end up with a mastery and an understanding of the concept that you're trying to get at. And certainly they can be more surgical and precise depending on the assessment. These can be as little or big as the teacher likes. So they're very malleable and receptive to whatever the teacher wants to build into them. My project plan was pretty simple. I was to become the resident expert on Mastery Pass, and then help my biology PLC to develop their own Mastery Pass, and which was part of their TEAC's goal. And then after helping them through Mastery Pass as a group, they would develop their own, and then I would discern the change in understanding of their advanced features of Canvas, in this case, Mastery Pass. The evaluation plan for this project included 4 major tenets. First and foremost, we're looking for a change in the understanding of biology standards based on pre, post, and then finally the end of course test. The learning experience of the students was certainly very important to us. We wanted them to gain the skill and competence using the technology itself. We were also concerned with moving up a level of proficiency, of course, on our TEAC scores, and a pre and post survey was used in comparison, for comparison purposes, to show an understanding level of how to use Mastery Pass. This capstone project has been immensely rewarding. Developing the Mastery Pass has allowed me to grow tremendously in the use of Canvas, my ability to differentiate assignments, and to do that for all students practically seamlessly has grown. There's no way I could do this without using some sort of technology, and Canvas Mastery Pass seems to be the perfect mix of what I needed. The implementation has come a long way. It is a little counterintuitive in some respects, but once you get used to it, you can orchestrate that into your practice rather seamlessly. My professional learning with my PLC groups has been wonderful. They have been exceptionally helpful. Both my mentors and my fellow biology teachers have helped me develop and collaborated and shared data on every front. Every Tuesday, Thursday we meet 2 hours a week. We've pretty much all year long worked on some aspect of developing a mastery path. It's been exceptionally rewarding working with my colleagues in that respect and helping the individuals. And my post-survey reflects that. I did get a complete mulligan though, and I would explain that in half a second here. I worked the first year of this capstone project at Creekview High School and was able to go through the full development of Mastery Pass. Teachers at Creekview had already been using a lot of the advanced features and were pretty adept at using Canvas and took on Mastery Pass with no problem at all. I then moved to Etowah High School and this year have implemented basically the same program. It gave me a mulligan to start anew. And it has been immensely rewarding to see a different group of teachers at a completely different level reach mastery on Mastery Pass. And we're now at the point where I feel they can all develop and implement a mastery path completely on their own and make it a very rewarding experience and very meaningful for students. So exceptionally excited about having that mulligan and being able to share it with 2 different groups of biology teachers. I look forward in the future to sharing it with many more people, both at our high school and throughout the county, and even going so far as to share it with all those in the Canvas community. One of the wonderful features of Canvas is that you can share out on Commons anything that you've done and not recreate the wheel all the time, but stand on the shoulders of your comrades and glean from their wisdom on things like Mastery Pass. So I'm hoping to share these out on Canvas Commons and allow others throughout the Canvas community to learn from what we've done both at Creekview and now at Etowah. Thank you for your time.